On this week's episode of The Fizz, we have an action-packed episode. We talk about everything from our Detroit Tigers going to the Luda Concert. Hell, even Chandler talks about a visit at the church this weekend, which you probably didn't know we are a religious podcast as well. Just kidding. We have the U.S. Open. After the U.S. Open, we talk about the Stanley Cup Finals, and there's a bunch of fun in between. You're not going to want to miss this. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor, Antonio's Cucina Italiana, which, like I've said before, is my favorite restaurant in the state of Michigan. It's the best Italian. I've been eating it ever since I was a kid, and I'm so proud that they sponsor Champaign Athletics and the Fizz. They have locations in Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, Canton, Dearborn, and Livonia. And let me tell you guys, there's nothing on this menu that I don't like, whether it's the garlic bread that they bring out right at the beginning of the meal, whether it's the pastina soup that I get as my appetizer, or if we're getting into gnocchi with Rita sauce. It's all amazing Italian. It's all made by the family in-house for over 60 years. They have been the best restaurant and Italian in Michigan. So next time you're going out with the family, going out on a date, or just even need to grab lunch, a calzone, a pizza, whatever you need, go to Antonio's. Again, those locations, Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, Canton, and Livonia, and then their original location, Roman Village in Dearborn. You can't go wrong. Amazing food, amazing people. Go support local. Go eat Antonio's Cucina Italiana. But now, let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 188 of The Fizz. Thank you all for joining us. I am with the main men, Channy Football, Ice Cold Brew Lou. It's like 98 degrees outside, been raining all day. Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. Boys, how we doing?
Lou, you must have been half-mast being here in northern Macomb County today. Tornado sirens going up. Streets flooding, turning into canals. I saw on the news, the second wave supposed to be bigger than the first. Hunker down, people. We're in for a wet, wild night. Ice Cold Brew Lou, live streaming, I hear, on IG tonight. Is that true, Lou?
That's 100% true, Chandler. I have my e-bike ready, helmet prepared with the GoPro strapped to the top. We're heading down to Clinton Township here shortly. It looks like them and Sterling Heights kind of got the brunt of the storm here. Power lines down, trees missing. Families are swimming in their living room. More at 6 tonight, so stay tuned, stay prepared. I'll be going live. Get ready.
Exhilarating. We can't wait to tune in to Ice Cold Brew Lou's Doppler radar, traffic and weather together on the 8s. Yeah, boys, some crazy weather. Do you think? Yeah, I mean, I got golf league tomorrow. I'm supposed to be playing more golf. Like, are we playing, or are we just gonna be underwater? Because it just, from where we're at, downtown Detroit, live reporting by the river, it keeps going from torrential downpour, end of times, end of days, day after tomorrow, to just like the brightest, sunniest like heat wave you could ever imagine. Right now, we're in the heat wave.
Yeah, with your home course, Frank, I don't think it's going to drain in time, to be honest with you. You might be hitting a couple mud balls tomorrow, a couple picking places, a little bit of Sam Burns action from the last weekend. But, we're a gritty podcast. You said it. You're a gritty guy. You'll tough it out.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about, the 3 rounds of golf I got coming up. So I'm going on like the most like Metro Detroit public golf tour. Golf in 3 places, keeping it under $100 type deal. So tomorrow, playing Chandler, my home course, the greatest course there ever was in the city of Detroit, Chandler Park, playing there, 18. After that, we're going to head to League, because Thursday's League night, as everyone knows, which is at Rambler, which is probably going to be underwater. Better chance of playing Chandler than Rambler, if I had to guess.
Way better.
And then just to tongue twist the whole thing up, on Saturday, we're playing Rackham. So I'm going Chandler to Rambler to Rackham. That is my golf schedule this weekend. Keeping it public, keeping it real, keeping it gritty, keeping it true, and keeping it honest. Just wanted to let you guys know that.
Well, thanks for keeping it all those things, Frank. What time are you teeing off at Rambler or at Rackham? Excuse me.
Doing an afternoon tee time. Kind of, normally I'm up ass crack dawn on Saturday, but we're doing a 3 p.m. at Rackham on Saturday.
Okay, you guys hear that, folks at home, 3 p.m. You want to stay off 696 there by the zoo. Balls will be flying in. Take cover.
Spin Zone souvenirs. So if you like dusty top flights, they'll be coming right at you. I wouldn't do that. Come on, I don't use those.
And you have a chance to heckle Fast Hands, get it on camera, heckle him, make him feel a little uncomfortable, a little more nervous for his shots on Saturday. So it's going to be an important round, 3 p.m. at Rackham on a Saturday. Sounds real important.
It is. Yeah, you can come up and ask me if I still trust the Iser plan or what his hot seat is, and I can beat you with a fucking club.
$100 a hole.
$100 a beat. All right, boys. So what's the news from the weekend? What do we got?
News from the weekend is pretty low key. Got to celebrate my first Father's Day, which was great. Had a good time.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats,
Thank you.
Danny.
Shout out, I did see Lou, even though I'm a big brother to him, he did come see me on Father's Day. But I will say this, and I will be nice, I'll be honest, Lou came bearing gifts. If you follow him on Instagram, he was up near Poho on, I believe, Friday going fishing, and Lou brought a nice bag of walleye over for me, walleye fillets to cook. I put them in the freezer, should be getting cooked here any day this week, so thank you, Lou, for the walleye fillets. But busy couple weeks. I know I wasn't on with you guys the last couple times. Had Father's Day this past weekend. Weekend before, had the baptism. You want to talk about a racket. Doing all this, spending all this money, doing all this invitations, this, that, getting a tent, getting a setup. It lasts in like a blink of an eye. But the point I wanted to bring up is like, and I'm not trying to get religious, but like, how often do you see at like a concert or church, like people mumbling like the verses of a song or like the prayers that are less known, and then like the Our Father comes on and it's like the student section at a college football game, like everyone's screaming it at the top of their lungs, their chests are puffed out, all of a sudden they're religious, the crucifixes are out on the chest. It never fails. Everyone's mumbling the whole time. And then the Our Father comes out, and it's like you're trying to shout over the person next to you. Catholic pride. I know my prayers.
I mean, it's like the pop song, right? Like, play the hits. That's the hit.
That's
that
right.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows that one.
It's the chorus.
So yeah, if you're going to participate, you're going to get your spirituality in for the day, you got to start yelling the Our Father. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Get your licks in.
Oh, yeah. I usually pump it up on Hosanna in the highest myself personally, but I know you're an Our Father guy, Chandler. I'm a Hosanna in the highest guy, but I definitely, I'm picking up what you're putting down over there.
Yeah, Hosanna in the highest. Someone will have to fact check that if they're listening to this, because I don't know if that's the pronunciation.
You ain't Catholic, brother, if you don't know Hosanna. My God.
Sunday service here
Fucking
at the
Chandler
Fizz.
just feeding us hip fire bullshit again.
Well, what'd you do, Lou? What were you doing?
Yeah.
Praying
There you
at
go.
the pew, man? What'd you do this weekend?
I was far from the church this weekend, brother.
Lord.
Oh, brother, the church was not in the locations where I were at.
No.
I had a pretty girthy weekend, actually, kicking off on Thursday night. Actually got turned into a little bit bigger bender than I wanted it to. We were up watching the hockey game at Johnny Black's, the local watering hole, and ran into a bunch of other buddies up there. End up going to the golf sim after Johnny Black shuts down for a couple more pops over there. Hit a couple golf balls. Got down around 2, 3. Go ahead, Frank. Did you got something?
No, keep going. Please finish.
Yeah, I got down around 2, 3, and then woke up at 5 a.m., 5:30, went walleye fishing on Friday morning till about noon. Got back from walleye fishing at noon, went out and worked, had to spray a couple yards, and then got myself together, took a shower, headed downtown, met up at HQ with the boys. We know what happened at the video in the Tigers game. We also indulged in some beverages in that game, which was a blast. We'll get into that after. And then after the Tigers game, I got to my brother-in-law's house and stayed up till about 2:33 drinking and ripping dabs over at his house. So pretty successful Friday. And then I got up on Saturday, went to the Tigers game again at about 11 o'clock, got downtown and went to Firebird and a little hair of the dog from there, my boys.
And then what about Sunday? Did you fucking have some pops with that or what?
Yeah, Sunday I drank by the pool, but it was casual. It was just Coors Lights, so, nothing crazy. Mixed in a couple Blue Lights. I did have one mixed drink, but, just casual beers on Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you work?
First off, yeah, did you hear he sprayed a few fucking houses? Are you even listening?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. 3 hours in the afternoon on Friday. My
Thank
bad,
you,
I overlooked that.
And dickhead, just because you got a fucking button down on doesn't mean we're not working. We worked all Friday night at Tigers and Ludacris concert. That was clocking hours in.
Yeah, you ever
Yeah,
hear
it sure
AI,
looked like
Chandler?
a lot of work.
It was. Didn't see you show up. Baptism. Oh, that was the weekend before. Anyways, a couple things. One, Lou, no one runs a marathon like you do, my man. That would have fucking killed me. I wouldn't have recorded today because I would still be fucking down for the count. But you just keep up. You just get up. Just pop back up. Keep rolling, baby. Keep rolling with the punches. You buzz by a lot of things there. A lot of big things happened. It seems like craziest thing of that whole story was we went to the indoor driving range after Johnny Black shut down. That is so wild to go whack golf balls at like post midnight on a Friday night or on a Thursday night. That's incredible.
We're golf guys, dude. You got to keep that swing oiled.
When you told me that, you're like, yeah, we went and hit a couple golf balls after Johnny Black's, after the hockey game. I was like, wait, what? After? Fucking blew my mind.
You got to dig deep sometimes.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. That sounds fun, though. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So yeah, we hit that Tigers game. You guys want to move into the Tiggies game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tigers game was fun. It was raining quite a bit. I mean, rain the whole time. Steady rain. I thought it was going to miss us. Good tailgate session out front. Drank a lot of Surfsides. One of our favorite sponsors that we have. Delicious stuff. If you haven't had Surfside, go give them a shot. If you like teas, lemonades, go try them. My favorite's the Arnold Palmer. You can't beat it. So we're drinking those things down. We're talking to the locals. A lot of Reds fans, which I thought was pretty interesting. Saw a great game, even though it rained quite a bit. And then, Ludacris still has got it. I mean, he's just got it. He was out there in a poncho in the rain, rapping for all of Detroit. A lot of people stuck around. He played all the hits. He played every hit that you could think of. And I just thought he ripped it, and it was a great night in the D, and obviously that's the only win we got versus the Reds. So I thought we had a great evening.
Now, were you kind of screwed if you were on the third base side of the stadium? Because I saw the setup, and he was on like the visitors' dugout essentially, right?
No, he was on the first base line, Chandler.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the visitors' dugout. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Right.
yeah. My bad.
So
yeah.
exactly.
I thought you
what
said
he
third base line. So yeah, honestly, I was a little nervous that he wasn't even going to come out because, like you said,
Same.
Frank, it was raining the whole entire time, and then they started like wheeling out the stage and the speakers, and they got fucking garbage bags over all this stuff. I'm like,
It took a while.
and I thought they planned on it being like a 15-20 minute concert from what I heard, and it was the complete opposite of everything that we thought. Everything got set up. He rolled out there in a poncho, and he literally did 1 minute of every fucking banger he's ever had. It was like the smoothest transition he did. I want to say when he did Roll Out was probably like the biggest fucking blow up down there. And I like slowly kind of started creeping my way because we were hanging out. We got standing room only tickets. We were over in right field for 99% of the game, which absolutely rocked. Like I was saying earlier to you guys too, like that was probably one of the best Tigers games I've been to in a long time from like an action standpoint. There was like, I think we had 5 home runs. Javi had like 3 hits. Glaber hit 2 of them. It's like lightly raining the whole time. The fireworks are blowing off in the background. Like that rocked. Ran into it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it was a lot. I mean, exactly what you just said. Like, it was an absolute blast. Like, the Pepsi porch, and yes, I'm still calling it the Pepsi porch, rocking.
Yeah.
If there's one, it's death taxes, and the Pepsi porch is going to be rocking when the Tigers are good.
Dude, and the one
Do
like
we
crazy
know the
surprise.
actual name of that, Frank? Do you know the actual name of the porch?
Miller Lite something.
It's Miller Lite Deck.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then the one surprise from Luda, too, on top of playing, like, all of his bangers and a bunch of songs that he was just featured on. Bro, did you hear him drop Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Oh, yeah. Sure did.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy is absolutely slaying it. He ended up fucking performing for like 45 minutes an hour. I think it was like midnight when we got out of there.
It was late. I mean, because it took forever to set up and clear off the field and do. I mean, it was a concert, man. It was they didn't cheap out on it. He did not mail it in, which was my favorite piece of the whole thing. And I still just think it was the most random thing in the world. Cincinnati Reds, Detroit Tigers on a rainy Friday night. Full Luda concert after. Like, we weren't playing the Braves. Like, if we were playing the Braves, I'd be like, okay, sure. But it rocked. So good on the Tigers, good on Luda. Respect you forever, brother. That was awesome. Tigers have a weak series versus the Reds. I thought no doubt they were going to win on Sunday. Collapse late, I believe 4-2 lead. Will Vest comes in, runs get given up. Looks like we're going to lose Will Vest, and all of a sudden it seemed like all hell was breaking loose. But credit to our Tigers. What do? Take a day of rest, come back, blow out the lowly Pirates at home. We learned that Will Vest, no problem at all. He's fully back. He just lost feeling in his finger for a minute, and they kind of panicked or overreacted. I don't know what you want to call it, but I don't care. He's healthy. He's fine. Tigers whacked 4 dingers last night. Javi gets 2 of them. Green on another. Wencel Perez is whacking it around. Casey Mize seems to be back on track. So, this Tigers team is surprising. They're still very surprising. And I feel like there is part of some Tigers fans okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? And maybe after that Red series with Vest going out, you might've thought it was going to happen, but come right back yesterday and, beat the shit out of a bad team like they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the MLB is you're in a 162 game season, right? Most all time ever in wins is 116 wins. So you have to win 3 out of every 4 games to hit the record. You're going to lose series you shouldn't lose. You're going to win series you shouldn't win. You're going to have bad outings. You're going to have bad hitting series, whatever it may be. It's such a long season, and we're in such a different position than we were even 30 days ago. You get Parker Meadows back, but you lose Jackson Jobe for the season. Vest has the scare, but Casey Mize is back. It's like we have so much of the season left. Obviously, it's not going to be the topic of this episode, but going through the month of July, we're going to be in the thick of it for every position as far as trade talk goes. And I sincerely mean every position we could potentially upgrade at, from outfield, starting pitching, relief pitching, infielders, whatever it may be. It's apparent we're going to need the depth, but long and short, it's such a long season. You're going to have clunkers like that against the Reds. You're going to have clunkers like you saw against the Cubs in some of those games. But at the end of the day, Tigers still 9 games up on the division. I've already called it. I think we can all say it. We're halfway through June. Tigers are going to win the AL Central this year. They have already clinched, even though we're not halfway through the season.
Woo! No doubt. No doubt. And one other thing I wanted to bring up about going to the game. So it was night and day difference from the Friday night game to the Saturday game. It was a fucking snooze fest. We went for Father's Day. My dad was fucking falling asleep in the stands. There was 4 hits. It was so funny. The best part about that game was over the foul pole in left field, there's a nice thick wire that runs to keep the netting up to protect the people in the foul territory. Dude, these pigeons were gathering up on this wire. I'm just watching these things shit on people underneath them. It started with 2 of them. Look up, there's 4 of them. Look up again, there's 6 of them. And it's just, I'm more entertained by these pigeons shitting on our patrons than the game that's going on. It was awesome. But yeah, if you ever get tickets for left field, just stay away from the foul pole. Otherwise, you're in the splash zone there.
I think I'm right field, gang. I just like it over there.
Oh, I love, dude, the standing room rocked. I'll do that every time. That was perfect.
The bleacher seats are sweet over there. It's a good section. You can dip out and get quickly to the porch if you want to get there. And you can even go hang out, not on the Pepsi porch, but if you're walking back up right field and you go left, you can get, before you get to the ivy before the statues. I like hanging out in that area too. Comerica rocks. It's just awesome.
Great park.
I think it's fair to say if you're not in the bottom 20 rows, you're going to find yourself to the Miller Lite deck at some point in the game and probably stay there for the duration of the game. I'm not going anywhere else if I'm not inside the 20 rows. Just find me there.
It's real sticky in there, you know. You get in there, it's hard to get out. It's like Rick's. It's like Rick's basement in East Lansing. You get in there, God knows how you're getting out.
Hard to come out. How many cigarettes did you guys see on the Miller Lite deck?
Not enough.
Yeah, not a ton.
The rain.
Rain,
yeah, and just, you know, people aren't as gritty as they used to be, man. They're just not. It's just
End of
simple
an
fact.
era.
I don't want to end on a bad note, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Well, let's keep moving forward here. I got some daily headlines. As much breaking news as you can have. Have either of you been following the Karen Reed case out of Boston?
No, I haven't.
What?
Okay. Karen Reed case. It's like probably the biggest like murder trial going on in America right now. There was a Netflix special on Netflix, like I just said, called Karen Reed, A Body in the Snow. Go check it out. She just got tried again for the second time because there was a hung jury the first time. Allegedly, she backed into her boyfriend, who was a Boston cop, at a Boston cop party, and he died. But there's a lot of shady depth to it and all of that. But her verdict just came in today. It was big. It was like on YouTube. It was like this crazy thing, all these protesters in Boston. Big deal. So I'm not going to spoil anything here. And if you guys haven't seen it, we won't dive into it. But that verdict came out today. Big headline. If you're into true crime drama, the Karen Reed case, very interesting story. A Body in the Snow on Netflix. So that's my recommendation for the week.
Wow.
I hate
I'm
to
looking
admit
at it right
but-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm like a big Dateline guy, 2020 guy. Friday night, fall asleep to it, wake up, watch the second half on Saturday. I'm a big true crime guy, so I'm diving into that. I actually took a note on it.
Oh, dude, you're gonna fucking love it. So I mean, like, it's just the first trial. I'm sure they will come out with a doc for the second trial, but the second trial concluded today. Like 3.5-year process. Boston cops, just it's got everything. It's got everything you need and just a good true crime American drama. It's good shit. It's good shit.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, boys. So the biggest news. Okay, here, I'll ask you guys. Do you want to do U.S. Open or you want to do Stanley Cup Final?
Let's do
Let's
U.S.
do
Open.
Yeah.
Nice. Go ahead. One of you guys kick it off.
Yeah, so U.S. Open, JJ Spawn takes down the U.S. Open title. Wasn't too much of a star-studded leaderboard throughout the weekend, but JJ Spawn was the guy who didn't collapse on Sunday. You saw the whole leaderboard. Everyone who went into Sunday under par fell apart, finished up over par, but JJ Spawn was the last man standing, bang homed, a 65-foot putt on 18 to put the icing on the cake. But the biggest note and the biggest star for me on JJ Spawn, Rocket Mortgage Classic guy last year, Rocket Mortgage Classic guy this year, a true gritty guy. And I don't know if you saw the story, really doubting himself, was second guessing if golf was the career for him not too long ago, got his head together, made a comeback, and now he's on the cusp of actually being on the Ryder Cup team representing America this fall. So a good story for JJ Spawn. He's played good all year. Last man standing, hit the shots on the back nine when he needed to at Oakmont. But I don't know about you guys, seeing some of these hacks out of the rough, seeing them hit the lips of bunkers, seeing them fly putts 10 feet past the hole, it gave me a little bit of warmth in my stomach.
Oh yeah, same to me, dude. And watching like Sam Burns at the end, I mean, that guy was like double bogey and out to finish the round, and he just looked defeated. Like the way he handled it was totally different than like a Terrell Hatton, where this guy is like, he literally looked like he was motherfucking the crowd half the time, where he was yelling at shit. And it's like, it's so funny because they got all that rain and then they go out there and play after the rain and everyone's leaving every putt short. Like it's a completely different golf course at that point. And then you got your normal crybaby fucking Rory throwing his clubs, smashing the tee box emblem there. And then he like tries to go all big swinging dick at the reporters at the end of it, like basically saying he can do whatever he wants. The reason he doesn't want to talk to the media is because the questions that the media are asking him. it's like, dude, I'm so fucking done with him. I actually hate him. Like, I hate Rory. He's a bitch. Same thing with Wyndham Clark, smashing the lockers inside of the clubhouse after the round. Like, you're a fucking loser. Banned from Oakmont. See you later. I mean, like, geez, like, it's one thing to yell and throw your club, but to like start breaking shit and then just accuse all these fucking reporters, you're a loser.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand Rory. He just is always pouting. He's always angry. He feels like he's above everyone. And like, honestly, like I can't stand him either. And I hate that we're even like talking about him because of like, we should be talking about JJ Spawn and all the other great things that happened. But I couldn't agree more about Rory. And everything you guys said, like it is like a guilty pleasure to like watch these professionals really struggle with the golf course and the rain adding that element. And it is fun to watch a golf tournament where the best players in the world, like almost even, is in the hunt to win this thing. This with Burns leading there, he gets the wet spot, gets calls over for the ruling, gets denied. I was like, I am so curious what the second guy is going to do with the ruling, because is he going to completely undercut his coworker here and give him relief, or is he going to stick by him, doesn't get the relief? And honestly, like he probably should have got it based on what I know about the rules and everything I've seen and how wet it was. But my man could not let that go. Like you could tell when he's lining up to take that shot, like he was toast. He was already done. He'd already built his excuse that no relief was going to be why he lost. And it absolutely was. And I just think he completely shut down.
Frank, honest question.
Yeah,
you have a shot tomorrow, league night on Thursday. You are Sam Burns in the situation. The boys giving you relief or not?
Are the boys giving me relief? They're giving it to me for sure. I'm like their Make-A-Wish kid out there, dude. They're like, everyone's like trying to help me. Yeah, I am not Sam Burns at Oakmont, buddy. This is your 23 handicap at Rambler in the rain. Like, no, the boys like want me to get better for like pace of play, to hang out with me, everything. It's all wins there. They're giving me relief, 100%. Spawn winning and ending the way he did with the 65-foot putt was like one of the most shocking things that like I've seen, just because he started the day with 5 straight bogeys, and just watching him, I'm like, this guy's not built to win the US Open. Like there's no chance he hangs around and wins this thing. Like so for him to do it, and knowing that he did it on Father's Day, and the stories that he was at CVS buying stomach medicine for his daughter the night before at 3 a.m, just kind of like the magic of, these major tournaments. And it's a really cool story, and you got to be happy for the guy. I think some people like some of the bigger names to win, and I'm guilty of that as well. But a story like this is, hard to come by in sports, and that's what makes it magic.
Oh, I'm with you 100% on that too. And like 17, he hits that perfect drive on the green. And then on 12, he hit like a 30-foot downhill putt for birdie. And then he ends up shooting 3 under on the back. I agree with you, dude. It's nice seeing a guy like that. Biggest money bank in U.S. Open history too, $4.3 million for JJ. Like, seems just like a good dude. And like, I think it was his second tour win only.
Yeah, was it his second? I know he lost a playoff earlier this year, I believe, to Rory.
The players.
The players. Mad respect to him. Like, all he needed was a 2-putt to win that. The guy fired a missile on that.
Yes.
I mean, that was going 5-6 feet past the hole if that didn't hit the hole. Like, he wanted to finish it with some drama. So mad respect to him for going for that 65-foot putt.
You gave me chills, man. Like, why did he dunk that? Like, oh my God. I couldn't believe he dunked it. I thought it was so sick. Like, leave no doubt, dunk the fucking thing. Hovland showed him the line. It was all perfect, that rocked. It rocked.
Yeah, it was awesome. One more major this year, the Open here in July. What I will leave us on is, I see a lot of these live guys, their contracts are coming up soon here. Let's hope some of these big names come back over. Great seeing the guys like Hatton, Rahm, DeChambeau. Like, can we get them more in rotation? Do we only just get to see them with the best golfers every 4 times every year? Like, Get out of live, It was a good experiment. Find a way to either play on both Live and PGA, but the fields are just way better when you have the Live and the PGA guys together. So figure it out, golf, and let's get a way to get all these guys onto more tournaments next year for the 2026 season.
The universe tends to unfold as it should. I think we're finding our way back to the mean.
Yeah,
you know,
couldn't agree more. Watching golf is 20 times better when all these guys are involved. Like Brooks Koepka came out firing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Patrick Reed dunked that one, that albatross, I believe. Like, we need all these guys in the field.
Yep.
Speaking of the field, I did want to note this. Each major and even big golf tournaments, we have a group chat where where 12 of us draft 4 golfers, and like the top 2 scores is your golf score, whatever. So basically 48 golfers are picked. No one in our group picks Spawn, which I just ultimate underdog and non-ball knowers in our group. But I just thought that was that's insane that no one picked the winner. No one had him on the roster of 48 golfers. But I took Shane Lowry in the first, and he was plus 10 after, and motherfucking the course after the first round. That guy gets so pissed, dude.
I love it.
So do I. I do love that guy. All right, next major sports headline. Let's move into the Stanley Cup Finals, which concluded last night in Sunrise, Florida. Ho hum. The Florida Panthers take the Stanley Cup home again for the second straight year. I shouldn't even say take it home. Just stays home with a drubbing of the Edmonton Oilers. I forgot the final. 5-1, 6-1, something like that. Bunch of empty net goals at the end. I've been saying it to you guys ever since Game 3. I just thought Edmonton didn't have it. They didn't have the goaltending. They didn't have the mental fortitude. I don't know if they were out of gas. The Stanley Cup Final is a fucking marathon, and sometimes it just zaps all your energy to even get there. And that's honestly how I felt about the Edmonton Oilers. And the Florida Panthers seem to just be getting stronger and stronger and better, and they would not be denied winning the Cup in 6 games. And if I had to pick one, I was rooting for the Panthers just because, honestly, I don't like the Oilers' attitude. I didn't like how they were playing. Jake Wallman can fucking blow me, and whatever. It stays in Florida.
Yeah, there was no doubt last night that they were going to close that game out in Florida. And then you got Evander Kane getting off the ice, doesn't even shake hands with anyone after. You're a loser. You're a loser. I actually did like you. Now you're a fucking loser. Get it together for a little bit. You just played in the Stanley Cup Finals. People would dream to be in that type of position. It was a fucking dogfight the whole series. Respect your opponent when it's over. And then also, real quick too, did you guys follow that kid who had the long bet where he needed OKC and the Oilers to win? He had $13 to win $207,000, I think it was, or something like that. And then earlier in the week, he said once he got to over 100K, he was going to cash out. And he got there and he's like, fuck that. I'm letting it ride. I'm going all in. And everything went to fucking complete shit after that.
Yeah, I saw that. He said he hedged it 20 different ways.
Bullshit.
I don't know what to believe. And honestly, I don't really care. I just don't care. You got to be an idiot. You just got to be an idiot.
And Frank, I know you said the Oilers had a tough path, and I agree with it. But how about the Panthers' path? You play 4 teams with over 99 points, including the 2 teams that finished above them in the division, Tampa Bay and Toronto. You play Carolina, who was tough. You repeat against the Oilers, but you don't have home ice this year. Oilers had 4 games, correct me if I'm wrong, that would have been played at home. So shout out to the Panthers. I mean, we've seen a couple teams. I don't want to use the word dynasty because they've only won 2, but the Lightning, I believe they won back-to-back. I think the Penguins won back-to-back in the middle 2000s. But I feel like, and I'm not a huge hockey guy, but I just don't see a weakness on this Panthers team. Of course, there's going to be attrition. They're going to lose guys, probably most notably Sam Bennett, possibly Aaron Ekblad. But at the end of the day, I just didn't see a weakness. One game, it's Marchand who's on there. The other game, it's Verhaeghe. You know what I mean? Reinhart with a hat trick after getting the game winner last year. It's I just feel like they are 6 to 7 guys deep, both up front and on the blue line. And they were the best team. I feel like they deserved it. And it seems like a long time ago that they were down 2-0 to the Maple Leafs in the second round.
Dude, they are a wagon. No other way to describe it. And the only way they're going to fall off is if like they lose guys to big contracts, which it seems like they all kind of want to stay together, or they're just going to get tired. So I said it right at the beginning, winning the Stanley Cup is a marathon. And I saw some tweet that someone says like, you don't even win the Stanley Cup. You just survive long enough to host the thing. So like all the injuries always come out after the Stanley Cup's won. And we find out that like Kachuk's got like I don't even know. He has a hernia, and then his like bone is detached from, or the muscle's detached from the bone. His adductor or something's like fucked up. So he's playing through hell. I sent you guys a picture of Barkov's hand. He has like 12 stitches in the palm of his hand. I don't even know how you hold a hockey stick and do that. And there's
that's like a 3.5-inch slit.
Dude, if you guys got to check this out. Look up Barkov's hand and this cut that he has on the inside of it. Like I wouldn't even fucking be putting mayonnaise on my turkey sandwiches. This guy's playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. Just it's absolutely incredible what these guys go through to have to win 16 games after an 82 game season, night in, night out, like sacrificing your body. And it's always my favorite thing ever to watch a team win. Like it was like my childhood dream to win the Stanley Cup, and to watch these guys do it. It never doesn't hit me in the feels, like no matter what. Marchand, that guy is 37 years old, had 6 goals in the Stanley Cup final, fucking all of them ESPN top 10 ones, it felt like. And whether you like that guy or hate that guy, you have to respect that guy. I totally get it if you don't like him playing against him. I absolutely understand you loving him if he's on your team, but either way, you got to respect what he did. And he may have just put a mark and a bid for the Hall of Fame after this playoff run. So, I mean, just an absolute wagon of a team. And then on the other side of things, the Oilers get there for the second year in a row. They lose. Fan base has got to just be broken. You know, last year they were really close. This year, like, obviously they got to the finals, but it didn't feel close. Like, even the second game they won, first game they win in overtime. Second one they win, like, is on a miracle comeback. They score a garbage goal in overtime. Like, it didn't really feel close. And it can't feel good that, like, McDavid in these elimination games is, like, doing nothing. I mean, he had 1 goal in this series. He had a lot of assists, but, like, nothing in Game 7 last year, nothing in Game 6 to close it out this year. Just kind of, like, really spooky non-showing up. And then their biggest glaring need was goaltending, and, like, it showed. It absolutely showed. Like, I don't think Skinner was the guy, and it wasn't going to happen. So just tough as an Oilers fan, and you feel for any fan base that's lost in the finals. I know we've been there, and it sucks. It stings. It kills, and you don't know when you're going to be back. So I know it hurts, but if you are Corey Perry, you can probably count on being there again next year, because he's been to the last 5 and lost all of them, which is insane.
Yeah, that is. I mean, the biggest thing with the Oilers compared to the Panthers is they lean so much on Draisaitl and McDavid to do everything for them, whereas Florida has so many, like, very, very good players, not superstars. They're very good, and they're just too deep. And you play in a series versus a team like that, it's tough to keep up, and just relying on 2 guys to carry the load for you.
I couldn't agree more. Sam Bennett takes home the Conn Smythe, 15 goals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, talk about being on fire, dude. Like,
yeah.
That rocks. Like, I don't think half the Wings had 15 goals, like, during the regular season.
Walden did, I think. I think he had 15.
Maybe he did. I don't know. You want to bring him back?
No.
Was he the missing piece?
He got absolutely fucking undressed that 1 goal they had.
Yeah, I could talk about it. I could talk about that.
I know you're happy over there. I see you fucking smiling, dude.
I mean, he buried the game winner, and I had everyone in my DMs, like, you know, calling me the biggest loser on earth. Whatever. We don't need to spend time on him.
No.
Last thing I'll say, Chandler did mention it, but Reinhart scores the game winner, the game-winning goal in Game 7 last year. Guy buries 4. I think he got another empty netter in that game. 4 goals. I can't even put into words to you guys, like, what a dream that would be as a human. I think my ultimate dream would be to be Sam Reinhart, is to score the game-winning goal in 2 Stanley Cup finals back-to-back at home. I mean, what a dream. Can you fucking, like, imagine how you'd feel? Like, you could die right there. You've done it all. I can't fathom, you know, scoring 5 goals in 2 years in Stanley Cup clinching games at home. Just an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah, he was on fire.
Amen.
I love it. What do we got now, boys? Anything other? We got any other notes, or are we just moving on to we over under in it?
Over under. And for those who want to heckle Frank at Rackham, you can also bring up Wallman as well in case there's not enough Iser plan content.
You can totally bring up Wallman. You can totally bring him up. I would love to have a nice long conversation about how I don't give a shit about that guy. We could do that. Well, I had an over under written, and now I'm trying to link it back to like anything we talked about, because I just have like a really random topic that has nothing to do with anything. But fuck it, we'll do it. We'll just go off topic here. So over underrated, you guys. Tim Burton.
Lou?
You guys know Tim? You guys hear me?
Yeah. You're not talking about the snowboards, right? You're talking about the director.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. What's the famous movie he had? The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's it.
Nightmare Before Christmas. He's got a bunch of them though.
Oh my God. Amber would absolutely shoot me if she heard any of this. She's like the biggest Tim Burton fan. I'll go first. I'm gonna go overrated.
Wow.
Right off the rip.
Just wants to get shot.
Yeah, overrated. Did he do James and the Giant Peach too?
I'm looking. So it looks, the ones that come up real quick, he's got Beetlejuice. He's got Sweeney Todd, Alice in Wonderland, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, both Beetlejuices. He did a Batman, Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing, what one did you ask about?
James and the Giant Peach. You don't have to look it up.
Okay. Corpse's Bride.
Was that like a recent view, Lou?
No.
Yeah, is that like what you're hanging? Oh, he did do James and the Giant. He did.
It just seemed like the same type of stuff as like, Nightmare Before Christmas.
He did.
Same vibe. Yeah, see? I know my shit, bro. Now I'm talking about snowboards.
All right, now walk back that thing. Now walk back your overrated.
Actually, some pretty good flicks. I am still going to go overrated. Not exactly my type of movie, my style. I'm not against it, but it's overrated in my eyes.
Yeah,
Channing.
I'm going to go with Lou as well. Just not my cup of tea. Doesn't mean you don't respect it, but I don't know. His movies are just a little off the wall for me. Did you say Pee-wee's Big Adventure was directed by Tim Burton as well?
Mm-hmm.
I would have never guessed that. I knew The Nightmare Before Christmas. I knew Beetlejuice. I did not know Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So that actually gives me a couple brownie points for him. Nonetheless, not a huge fan of his movies. Overrated.
So pulling back the curtain a little bit here, there's a new doc on HBO Max about the actor and Pee Wee Herman. And like, it's all about the rise to becoming Pee Wee Herman and like his journey and like his fucking court stuff and all that stuff. And through that, I learned that Tim Burton's first film ever directed at the age of 26, which blew my mind, was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So
wow.
I almost asked you guys Pee Wee Herman over underrated. And then I was like, all right, I don't know. I'm just going to deviate from that. And I just ended up at Tim Burton. And that's why I asked it. So I had no idea he did the movie either. So underrated is what I'm going with for Tim Burton. I love all that weird stuff. The Nightmare Before Christmas is honestly one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I watched it a ton as a kid. I like a lot of what Tim Burton does. Some of it's strange and doesn't hit, but most of it to me does. So I'm going to say underrated, very creative mind, very versatile director.
26 was his first movie. That's pretty crazy.
Blew my mind, man. Blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. 26, what were we doing?
Smoking cigarettes, playing softball.
Yeah, pretty sick, though. I mean, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, we were at Liberty Park. You got to think about that.
Well, R.I.P. Say the Our Father again on the way out.
Hosanna, my boy.
Hosanna.
Oh, there it is. Is that your walk? That's your walk-up song
Oh,
at Liberty?
Oh, dude.
All right, boys. Well, that is episode 188 of the Fizz. Appreciate everyone listening and joining. Stay cool this weekend. Win all your bets. Go low. All the good things. And we will see you guys next week.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.